Okay, we've got our top three finishers from today's Supersport race here at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Our winner today, PJ Jacobson. Second place, Matthew Skoltz. And third place, Blake Davis. We'll get started with Blake. Pretty much a carbon copy of yesterday. You were third then, you're third today. Was the pace better today, the pace better yesterday?
Yeah, my pace was a lot better today. I got shuffled back off the start, and that's really where Matt and PJ are really good. They got that gap off right from the beginning, and by the time I got into third, if I had to guess, they had 5 seconds on me, and then they didn't pull too much more on me. We're getting better. We're getting closer to the front. I don't expect to come out here and beat these guys on any weekend, but the closer we can get is definitely a lot better for us.
All right, thank you. Second place today, Matthew Skoltz. Very similar race to yesterday. PJ kind of hounded you from the back, and then maybe another problem with the lapper, and we have the same result.
Yeah, I don't think that the lapper made as much of a difference yesterday. It definitely hurt a little bit, but today I got up to 0.8 and felt comfortable, and then tipping into corner 5, I could just see out of 4, I was like, man, I can see this guy sitting on the racing line. I could tell he wasn't going to move, but I broke in my usual line, and maybe I should have given him a bit of a gap and tried to drive out of the corner better, because corner 5 is one of the corners that the bike was a little bit boggy coming out of, and that guy just completely ruined it for me. So I lost all of that gap in a single lap, and then from there, whenever I tried to push, I just kind of had 1 or 2 moments on the front and the rear tire. So I didn't feel like I could kind of get back to that same groove. I think I was doing 26.7s at that stage. And then from then I was only able to do 26.9 to 27 flats. So it's just, I don't know if I was maybe thinking about like, that guy kind of ruined it for me. And I was maybe thinking about that too much. But overall, PJ caught up to me, hounded me, and on the last lap made a pretty good move. I mean, it was fair, it was hard, but I would do the same thing. And yeah, I mean, it sucks. My handlebar touched him, which gave me a fright, and I ran out wide. And I was thinking about trying to dive into the final corner, but the bike bogged because we had to run out wide a little bit. So, I mean, overall, it sucks to finish second after leading so many laps, but I think we've got 18 points still with I think 3 more rounds left. And myself and PJ are just changing between first and second. I think if I can maybe hold them off in 1 or 2 more, it should be better for us. I don't know the mid-Ohio track coming up, so it's going to be difficult for me learning it. But from what I've been told, it's a track that kind of suits me, where there's a lot of backwards and forwards, and you're on the edge of the tire for a long time. And then, Coda and Jersey are also pretty good tracks for me. And I wouldn't be lying if I said that I wasn't thinking about the championship at this stage. I think about it every single night before I go to bed. It's what I want. It's what the team deserves. So I think we've got to go back, look at the tracks and try to figure out how to keep PJ back. But overall, well done to Blake and PJ. It seems like we've been the quickest guys here. And yeah, I mean, we'll just take this break and come back fighting for the last 3.
Were you getting ready to just protect in the last corner, and did that catch you by surprise?
Yes. I knew that he was definitely better out of rainy curve, out of the left-hander, but I didn't think he was going to try pass me in the second last corner. So the plan for me was to get a good drive, stick to the far left of the track by the pit lane entrance, and then just kind of break in the middle of the track and break hard and keep him back. But kind of pooped my pants a little bit when he dived up the inside, because I definitely didn't see it coming. So yeah, I mean, a good move. It was hard. It was fair, and that's just racing. Myself and PJ are the boys racing out front, and yeah, I mean, all's fair in love and war, I guess. Huh?
All right. Well, thank you. Our winner today, PJ Jacobson. It's his 5th win. Obviously, he won yesterday and today. The pass in 10, was that something you were planning? I mean, it seemed like you could hold a tighter line coming out of rainy, and then you got a better drive, and it looked like it was possible, and looked like maybe you were setting it up a couple laps from the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, this racing thing, when 2 riders have the pace and they're so similar with each other, you got to find a lot of spots that person you can overtake them. So yesterday when I overtook him in turn 6, I felt like that was a good pass and that was a weak point for him. I feel like when you sit behind somebody for so long, you end up studying them, you know, and you sit there and study and study and study. And like, no offense to Schultz, but last year he had a massive high side in that corner, and he almost lost it again this year. So I kind of knew that he was a bit weak there. And going over that rise, I just knew I had more pace sitting behind him, and it was going to allow me to go into 10 with a more aggressive move. So that's what I ended up doing after studying like that. So I'm not dumb, and I feel like I made the pass in the right section that I had to after watching him the whole race. You know.
How do you feel about all the tracks coming up?
Yeah, I used to race Mid Ohio back in the day on like a 125 two-stroke. So I actually raced with the AMA, you know, USGPRU it was called at the time with Cameron Barbier. So it was a good track, and now it's repaved and stuff. So I'm looking forward to going to Mid Ohio. I like Coda, and Jersey's my home race. So I feel like I have a lot of confidence at Jersey. So I like the tracks that are coming up, and I think that me and him are just going to be going back and forth the whole time until the last round in Jersey, probably.
Okay. Any questions?
I would like to say sorry to all my sponsors. I forgot on the podium to even mention, Yamaha, KYT, Dainese, Easy Grip, SBS, Puge, just everyone that helps me out.
All right. Good job.
You need the poster of someone holding it up.
I know, right?
So PJ, you said turn 10. So do you have maybe in the back of your mind, I still got another corner that I can maybe do something with, or were you committed that was where you were going to make it happen?
I mean, I was thinking about it on the corkscrew, but he's been really, really strong going in the top of that there. And
I hear you there every lap. I was waiting for it there.
And it was one or two laps that I got alongside of him, you know, and I just like kind of stayed there to just let him know that, hey, I'm here. So like, hey, I'm here. But yeah, he was really strong on the top of the corkscrew, and then just coming down that whole thing with the R6, he's been able to turn it fast. Our bike kind of jumps. So yeah, it was hard for me to do that. I was thinking about it, to be honest with you, that last lap, but I just didn't. He was coming over, and your front brake is right there, so it kind of would have been a sketchy move, and we might have both been off the track. So I don't really think it was the right spot to make that move. So I focused after that pretty much on that coming out of the left-hander and then going down into the right there that I could think I could make the move because he was kind of struggling there.